When you hear the term insects, what is your first thought? Is it disgusting, exciting, or cute? Let me be more specific. How about sharing your food with insects? My guess is the answer would be a strict no for most of you, including the woman in the picture. This woman worked hard to produce the food grain and stored it to feed her family. These tiny insect pests get into the stored grain and start feeding and live inside. As a result of the infestation, the woman and her family had to go to bed hungry every single night. In fact, 1 in 9 people in the world are going to bed hungry each night. Contrarily, these tiny insects enjoy the food and cause loss of more than 25% of the food grain produced in the world. As an engineer from an agricultural family, I aspire to reduce this loss by playing a game called Guardians of the Grains. The mission of this game is to eradicate the bad guys, in our case, insect pests. Just like any other video game, first we need to understand where the bad guys are present and how they move inside the grain. But identifying the small insects inside a big grain bin is like looking for a needle in a haystack. That's where my research comes into play. In level 1 of the game, I have designed a 3-dimensional lab scale setup and studied the movement of insects inside the grain at various grain temperatures and moisture contents in the lab. In level 2, I am developing a mathematical model to identify the pattern of their distribution using the data from level 1. But how can we be sure if this model from a lab experiment is applicable for the big bin where hundreds of tons of grain is stored? That's why in level 3, I am performing an actual bin experiment with 300 tons of wheat grain. These data can be used to validate not only my model, but also various other stored grain models that are developed worldwide. And remember, this is a team game in which my research, which helps in understanding the behavioral pattern of insects, can be used as a checkpoint in developing a proper stored grain management protocol and move forward to achieve the goal of protecting the grains. Even today, hunger is one of the biggest threats to mankind, and it's about to get worse. The consequences of climate change, such as unpredictable weather patterns and flooding, significantly reduce the agricultural yield. Considering these factors, along with the rise in global population, researchers like the one I'm doing is crucial to move towards a hunger-free world. A kernel of grain protected is a kernel of grain produced. Thank you.